Well, welcome back, everyone. You know, when you think about prairies, you might think about places like Texas. Yeehaw! But here we have them in Allen County, and to talk about that is Marie Walton from Johnny Appleseed. Welcome, Marie.
Thank you so much.
All right, tell us about this.
So the reason we think about prairies being in Texas is because historically their range was in the Great Plains, which is all the way from southern Canada down to northern Texas. But Ohio actually was the easternmost part of that prairie section of North America called the Great Plains. And Native Americans maintained those prairies to draw in bison and to utilize the plants for food and medicine for thousands of years. And when settlers first came to North America, they thought that prairies were just dry and hot, like a desert. But once they started living there, they realized that prairies created the most fertile farmland in North America. So today, most prairies have been converted to agriculture. Actually, prairies are the most endangered ecosystem in North America today. So 99% of all original growth prairies have been replaced with agriculture. And even here in Ohio, only 1% of those prairies remain.
Wow.
But they're a super special ecosystem. They were depleted so fast that at first we didn't know very much about them, but we're going back and replanting them, and now we're learning about them. And it's been found that if you replace just 10% of farmland with prairies, it increases soil retention 20 times, as well as doubles the populations of birds and native pollinators. So they're super great ecosystems, very rich. They're basically North America's Amazon rainforest. They're really special. And North American poet Emily Dickinson once said that a prairie is composed of clover and one bee, and if you don't have enough clover, revelry will suffice. But prairie is a little bit more than just clovers and bees. Actually, here in Ohio, we have eastern tallgrass prairies, and they're mostly composed of grasses and wildflowers. But not just any grasses, so I brought my prairie bouquet with me today, and I have all different kinds of characteristic prairie plants for the eastern tallgrass prairies of Ohio.
All right.
So here is one. It kind of looks like it has a turkey's foot as the top of it. You could almost imagine like a turkey walking.
Yeah.
And there are two plants that have this top. There's little blue stem and big blue stem. So little blue stem is 2 to 4 feet tall. So if it's shorter than you, it's probably little blue stem. And big blue stem is 4 to 8 feet tall. So if it's taller than you, it's probably big blue stem.
All right, I love it.
There's also Indian grass, which I think is a beautiful golden, kind of fluffy looking grass.
Kind of looks like wheat.
It does kind of look like wheat, and it starts out more closed, but as the season goes on, it's going to kind of spread out to have this like chandelier look to it, which is really nice.
All right.
And the final grass characteristic of our prairies is called switchgrass or panic grass, and I think it looks kind of like surprised.
Panicky.
Like a firework. So this is the final grass characteristic of our prairies here.
Okay.
And then we have lots of wildflowers, so goldenrods and asters. And the prairie changes a lot throughout the season. So in the summer, there was a beautiful purple plant called wild bergamot, which now is a crusty little button. But I'm going to pull one off because it might not look like much, but it smells so good. So I'm going to crush it in your hand. Yes. Smell it. I wish you guys could smell it through the screen.
It doesn't smell like a crusty little button, but it smells amazing.
It's like potpourri. It's like our own park's potpourri.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
And right now at the parks, we're having a hiking series called Walking Through Autumn. So every Saturday at 9 a.m., we're hiking through a different park. And a lot of our parks have prairie restorations or are prairies. So there's Modern Metro Park, which is a prairie in Bluffton. There's Pickerel Prairie in Teddy Bear Park. There's the Cottonwood Trail of Kendrick Woods. We have lots of prairies in our parks, and now is the perfect time to go out and experience them because the flowers are blooming, and they're going to be changing from week to week as it turns into fall.
Yeah, and the parks are really beautiful as well. So
they are.
Yeah. So it looks very exciting. Well, Marie, I want to thank you for coming out today, and I appreciate it, and just coming out to show us all the beautiful nature and the prairies, stuff that we can find in there. So once again, who knew? We have it in our own backyard. All right, well, don't go away because we have more when we return.